They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 1, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because it's the last.
Come on, 180. No game on this defense. No game.
They'll start things on 1st with Tariq Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Cohen, he'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, it's Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Pick me up. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
180. 54. Right 54. Rip right. Rip right.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On second down now, it's Cohen. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And an alley to run. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Come to my world.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend.
Get up. 180. Set is the mic. Get your swerve on.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. Just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Trubisky to throw again. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He's back to throw. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Back to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously,
Kamara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the...
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
this is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now a draw play with Drake. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Nice pass that time by the number 1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year was at Texas A&M, then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 4 catches, 57 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. A 4th-round pick in 2018. Chase Edmonds with a carry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a... On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Big stop, let's go.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints... Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Push him back.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Hopkins. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he hits Drake. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Well, 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in 5.
First down, Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Murray. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 18.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll come out in the pistol. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Murray, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. They'll start the drive with Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Murray, he'll run it. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. It's complete to Drake. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Sliding out of the pocket.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray able to find Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And he was taken 62nd. A lot of it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they...
Watch the pass. Slant.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cardinals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his man. It's Butler. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Murray now. He's got it to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Murray gets this one to Isabella. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray now, 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Here we go. Pittsburgh.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Murray now on 1st down. This one caught by Isabella. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, that ball complete to Isabella. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Murray now to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it out to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
56 is the mic.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Murray. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Murray to air it out again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. They see the ball.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.